If you're listening to this episode, there's a good chance you love Disney as much as we do, which leads to one big question.
Why are we sitting here talking about Disney when we should just be there right now?
Well, yes, but before taking that trip to Disney, why wouldn't you use a travel agent?
That's a good point, and it couldn't be any easier than booking a trip through our friend Ashley from Adventure Awaits by Ashley.
Exactly. Ashley does all the work, so we just have to show up and have fun. From park tickets to dining reservations, Disneyland to Walt Disney World, she does it all, even cruises.
And as a former cast member and annual pass holder at both parks, she knows the best times to go and all the secrets to make your next trips to the park absolutely magical.
And if that wasn't enough, she is also an expert on Universal and Epic Universe. She gave us multiple options on how to split our stay, see both theme parks, and take our vacation to a whole new level of awesome.
And her services are always free. Don't do all the planning by yourself and don't pay more than you have to. Contact Ashley at Adventure Awaits by Ashley today and make sure you mention that the Wonderful Thing About Disney podcast sent you. We just found a whole new way to enjoy our trips to the Disney parks. Where in the Park is a signature theme park seek and find game. Each game features images showcasing unique and often overlooked details inside the parks. Players explore the park at their own pace, looking for each image. Play solo or team up with friends and family. This makes the perfect addition to a park day, whether it's your first visit or your 100th. What's even better is that it's not only for Disney. Where in the Park offers packs for theme and amusement parks across the country. Make sure to check out Where in the Park and all the different games they have to offer. Use our code WONDERFUL at checkout for 10% off your next purchase. Happy searching.
Hi, I'm Jake.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is the Wonderful Thing About Disney podcast.
Because Disney's a wonderful thing. Come on down, stop on by, hop a carpet, and fly with us as we discuss the parks, treats, and all things Disney, with new episodes every wonderful Wednesday.
What's up, Dingle Hoppers? It's Wonderful Wednesday. It's Jake, Ashley. We're back with another amazing episode because we've got a big adventure coming up that we wanted to tell you guys about.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy. And this trip is only 2 weeks away. It's kind of scary. We're freaking out a little bit, but
Crazy.
It's okay. It's going to be amazing. But before we get into what is ahead, let's talk a little bit about what just happened over the last couple weeks, because we're now into May. Mm-hmm. It is Star Wars season for those who celebrate, which should be everyone because Star Wars is amazing. So again, Season of the Force is here.
Yeah.
But we just finished our 10K giveaway.
We did.
And we just wanted to say thank you to everybody again for helping us reach 10,000 followers on Instagram. But even more so, thank you guys for just supporting us so much.
Yeah, it really does mean a lot. And I know we've said this before, we would still be doing this regardless of how many people listen to the podcast or followed us on our socials. But it really does mean a lot to us that you like our stuff, you engage with us, you on the podcast, you send us your top 10 lists. We really appreciate all your support.
We do. And we had a very special comment that I wanted to share.
Yeah.
This was from Daisy and Buddy Boob on Instagram. But just someone who has been following us for a little while shared one of our reels to her story. And we just said, thanks for sharing. And this is what she sent back. I love you guys. Can't wait to see you hit 20K, 50K, 100K. Times are tough for so many. I truly appreciate the joy you bring. Thank you for the work you do. It really helps.
Aw.
Okay. So pulling back the curtain just a little bit. You talked about even if nobody was really listening or following, we would still do this. And that's absolutely true because it's just something that we really enjoy doing as a couple.
Yeah.
But one thing that we always keep very forefront in everything that we do is we really have tried to build this channel and this content around just bringing people joy because we know the world is a crazy place. And if we can bring somebody a smile or just help give them that little bit of pixie dust in their day, then that's what we're here for. And I'm just really glad that, that comes across.
Yeah.
And so anyway, thank you so much for that sweet comment.
Yeah.
And we want to send you something from the podcast just as a thank you because, this stuff matters to us too. And it just came at just the right day when we needed a little something. So thank you for the message. But to all of you guys out there who are listening, that's what we do it for. We do it for you too.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Love it.
Great message.
Great.
All right. So with that, maybe we need to just start this episode from the beginning. What?
What do you mean?
I have a special opening just for this.
Okay.
Konnichiwa, dingle hoppers.
Oh my God.
What? That is how you say hello in Japanese because your friends are going to Tokyo.
In a little more than 2 weeks.
I know. It's nuts. We're doing it. This is castle number 4.
I know.
Which is amazing. Out of 6.
For now.
We're getting there. But it feels a little more overwhelming than when we went to Paris.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think it's, I had been to Europe before, so I hadn't been to France before, but going to Disneyland Paris, I don't know. It felt okay. Yeah. This was definitely overwhelming.
Well, and we want to talk about that in this episode. We want to talk to you guys a little bit about what we've done so far, what we've encountered, how we've gone about preparing for this. Mm-hmm. I will say before we get too far into this, thankfully, we have my cousin Katie and Marcus who have been to Tokyo. They went last year. They have been super, super helpful in guiding us through this. Also, our friend Haley, our VIP tour guide, is actually going to Tokyo a week before we are.
I was going to say, she's probably there right now or leaving very, very soon. Yeah.
And so we've exchanged notes with her as well. So that's been super helpful. But let's get into how this even came about, why we're going, and what we've found along the way so far.
Yeah. Yeah. So our oldest, he's a senior. He's graduating.
Which is crazy.
I know. And we wanted to take him on a senior trip.
Yeah.
And we told him, you could pick anywhere in the world. Maybe not like Australia, because that is a bit much. But
I want to go to Australia.
Well, so do I. But I was like, if you could go anywhere in the world for a senior trip, like, we'll take you there. And he picked Tokyo.
He did. Yeah. He's really big into robotics, technology, all those types of things. And so this really made a lot of sense for him. But we, being great parents that we are, we're like, guess what? There's a Disneyland there.
And I think he was like, okay, twist my arm. And we were like, okay, twist our arms to go to Tokyo. Like, it was just the perfect fit.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about the overview of Tokyo Disneyland, because as we've talked about in history episodes previously, like, the Japanese wanted a Disneyland and they wanted it to be almost identical to the original Disneyland in California.
Yeah. So there are 2 parks in Tokyo. So you have Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea. Now, Tokyo Disneyland, the parks, the attractions, to your point, they wanted it almost exactly like Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. Like the original Disneyland. I mean, the layout's about the same. A lot of the attractions, the rides and stuff all look pretty identical to California.
Yeah, yeah. So you have probably seen reels. Like, if you're not sure, you're like, okay, have I seen Tokyo Disneyland? So there's a ride, The Enchanted Tale of Beauty and the Beast. And this is where you're sitting in the teacup and you go through the story. Like, I'm sure that you have seen reels about this ride.
Yeah, because this might be one of the most incredible, mind-blowing tricks that the Imagineers have ever come up with. I mean, this is iconic and famous, and that's probably the attraction that Tokyo Disneyland is most known for.
That one and the Baymax ride. I'm sure if you have seen videos of the Baymax ride, there's a couple different songs. All of the cast members and people do dances to each of the songs. If you haven't seen it, go to Instagram, TikTok. You can search it. It's awesome. And then they also have the newly opened Fantasy Springs.
Yeah.
And this features the new Peter Pan ride, the new Rapunzel's Lantern Festival ride, which so excited for.
I'm going to cry. I'm going to bawl my eyes out.
I'm sure you will.
I've heard the rumors that it's kind of a short ride. I don't care. I am here for it. I love me some Rapunzel, and I will cry.
But most recently, you had the crows that I'm sure you've probably seen videos of that too. So within the last 2 weeks or so.
Oh, don't worry, girl. I am coming. I will defend your honor. I will beat away those crows.
The crows tried to make a nest in Rapunzel's hair in her tower.
In her magic hair.
Right.
Sorry, crows. Why don't you go find someone else's happy ending to ruin?
Yeah.
But then when they put some little things up to protect our girl, what did they do? They attacked Maximus.
They went after Maximus.
What is up with these Japanese crows?
Yeah.
Don't worry, your boy's on the case. I will take matters into my own hands if I must.
Yeah. Anyway, so those are kind of the famous rides over there in Tokyo. But right now, Tokyo Disney Sea, they are actually celebrating their Sparkling Jubilee, which is their 25th anniversary.
I know. Talk about great timing.
Right.
But when we were kind of like working with our son to choose where to go, and then we were like leaning towards Japan, when we saw that it's the 25th, like that kind of like sealed the deal.
Yeah.
We got to go.
Yeah. And then also, while we were there, Tokyo Disneyland is going to have a Palooza Vanellope's Sweet Pop World.
I don't even know what that is, but I'm here for it.
Basically, it's just a bunch of new menu items, colorful decorations. They have some merchandise of Vanellope and Wreck-It Ralph.
But we don't like food or snacks. What are we going to do?
Your face.
No, we're in trouble, gang. We know
yeah.
it. We've already accepted it. But again, we're here for the people. We will do our best. I will find a way to dig deep and just fit more delicious things into my body for you. I'll do it for you.
For the Dingle Hoppers.
For the Dingle Hoppers. I'm a man of the people.
Yeah. So that's kind of a very brief overview of just the park and what there is to offer.
Yeah, which is a lot.
Yes.
And again, we've heard some amazing things. And, you know, bringing up my cousin Katie again, she has said that this is her favorite Disney park now.
I know.
Which is saying a lot. That is a high bar. That's high praise.
I know.
So we will see. Like, we will report back on that. But with that being said, let's talk about what we've planned so far for our trip.
Yeah. So unlike Disneyland Paris, we booked everything ourselves for Tokyo.
Well, we had to because Disneyland Paris is operated by the Walt Disney Company, which makes a lot of things much easier. Tokyo Disneyland is operated by the Japanese.
Yeah.
And you can tell just even in the website, there's a lot of things that were just very difficult to navigate. Now, it's not impossible. It's just, it's not what we were used to.
Yeah, Disneyland Paris was easy. We went through a travel agent. It was easy. This, yes. The website, to your point, was not great. So while we were trying to buy tickets, while we're trying to book our hotels, the website is crashing, or you get all the way to the end and you're like, okay, I have my tickets, I have my hotel. You go to log into your My Disney account and then it crashes and then you have to start back at the beginning.
Yeah.
And maybe this was just our experience, but this was multiple times that it would crash.
So this is what I will say. We found luck opening a private window or an incognito browser.
Yeah.
And just starting fresh. And then the very first thing you do once you get to the web page, go ahead and log in up front.
Yes.
If you do that, it did help. I'm not saying that it worked every time.
Yeah.
But it did help a lot. So again, maybe just try on an open regular browser and navigate your way through it, kind of see where you need to go. Mm-hmm. And then close it, open a private window, start over, log in first thing, and then get there. And so, does that make sense? Kind of do your exploring first,
yes.
But when you're ready to get down to business, open up a new private window.
Correct.
And that helped.
Yeah, yep. So, we didn't know exactly how many days we were going to go because we're only in Tokyo for about a week and a half.
Right.
But we decided on 3 days.
Yeah.
So, we're going to do 2 days in Tokyo Disneyland and 1 day in Tokyo Disney Sea. And that's kind of because, again, like we're Disney adults, we don't know if we're ever going to get back to Tokyo.
No. I mean, again, as we've dug into this, there's so much to do in Japan. as much as we wanted to explore a lot more, like we're kind of focusing a lot of our time just more around Tokyo, and we'd love to get back and go to Kyoto or Hiroshima or some of these other places. But for this trip, it's going to be more Tokyo focused. And again, we don't know when we'll be back again. So while we're here, let's make the most of it and make time to do everything that we wanted to do. And as we looked at the two parks, we felt, and we've also been told, that Disneyland is where you want to spend a second day.
Yeah.
So that's what we went with.
Yep. So you can book your park tickets exactly 2 months in advance, and they go on sale 2 months in advance at 2 p.m. Japan time.
Which just seems so random, but 2 p.m. Japan time makes it a little bit easier for us over here in the United States.
Yeah, because it was 11 p.m. for us.
Right.
So, yeah, it was easier. And then... here's the thing, though, with the tickets. And again, this was my experience. If you've done it differently, please let us know so we can tell.
If we missed something, tell us, because we could not figure this out.
No. So we had to check out separately every single day. There is no, like, add to cart and continue shopping.
Yeah.
It's
a separate transaction for each individual park day ticket.
Which was annoying because the website kept crashing, and I was like, I can't do this.
And again, we don't know if maybe their ticket packages of 3-day or 2-day or whatever, if they even have them, or if they did, maybe they were sold out. I don't know. But like the only way we could figure it out is to do one individual day at a time.
Yep.
One transaction each. So 3 times we had to check out, and it was just kind of interesting. But our tickets, they were about $60 each per day. So thankfully, because our son is not yet 18, he's considered a junior. So his tickets were $50 US. So, yeah. I mean, again, that part alone, we feel like we're winning.
Well, yeah, because we can't even go to Disney World with our whole family for 1 day for the price that we got for 3 days in Japan.
Yeah. No, we love it. I mean, again, the flights over there, we had to be very patient. We had to watch with flight trackers, but like that's kind of the most expensive part of our trip.
Yeah.
Once we get there, park tickets alone, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And even as we've looked at some of the merch that's over there and other things.
Yeah, ears are like $12.
I know.
Gonna have to buy a whole nother suitcase just for the merch.
Singing our song. But let's talk about where we're staying, because this again was another adventure.
Yes. So we, at the end of the day, we decided we're staying at the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel.
But why are we doing that?
So we had kind of had it narrowed down. We knew that we wanted to stay at one of 3 places. Either the Disneyland Hotel, the Toy Story Hotel, or the new Fantasy Springs.
And I do feel like this is one thing that the website did very well, was to talk about each individual hotel and kind of how they fit and compared to each other. I thought that was really helpful. Great descriptions. That part was really good.
Well, and even each hotel would break it down because there's different character rooms, there's different levels. So the website really, I agree, was great at breaking down what you got in each room and the theme in each room.
That part was good. So again, we narrowed it down to these 3. Here's where our preferred stays are. And again, based on price and other things, we're like, hey, because we really did want to try and experience as many of the hotels as we could while we were there, for research purposes. But that's when we kind of ran into a headache.
Yeah, so we were trying to decide what hotels we wanted to stay at which day, and we'll kind of get into why we wanted to switch hotels later when we get to early entry, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. So we decided that we wanted to do the Disneyland Hotel and then maybe a night at Toy Story. Mm-hmm. So we tried to figure out, okay, what day could we stay at Toy Story? Because Toy Story didn't have a ton of options, but the Disneyland Hotel did. You would check 1 minute. There was a room for Toy Story available. You would refresh it, then it was gone. You would wait 5 minutes, it's back, but then you would go to click on reserve, and then it would say, oh, the site cannot be reached. And then it would refresh, and it would be gone.
So this is just very real talk, guys. Like, the site itself is probably the biggest headache that we've run into thus far. And again, even tonight, we were trying to look at some other options. Like, you know, even though we weren't going to the parks, we thought about staying at a Disney resort hotel while we were there, just doing our other sightseeing in Tokyo. And it really does change by the minute, or change by the refresh, or, you know, even when you submit it, you know, put in the dates, put in the people. We happen to choose the wrong night, so we just adjust the night, and then all of a sudden we're looking at all different rooms, sometimes different rates, which the rates I can get, you know, from one day to another, a weekend rate might be higher. But I just don't understand how rooms were available and then they would disappear and then they'd come back.
Yeah.
And again, to be honest, the site does crash or become unavailable quite often.
Yeah.
And that part is really frustrating and hard.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, we just landed on staying 3 nights at the Disneyland Hotel, which we are very, very happy.
Oh, yeah. Twist my arm.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, we're excited. So we did have to pay a deposit for that. And then the rest of the payment we can pay once we get there.
Yeah, which I appreciated. I thought that was nice. And again, we are really, really excited to stay at the Disneyland Hotel.
Yeah.
Part of that was, you know what, we're able to make it work. Let's just do it. But the other part was we just don't want to fight the website anymore. We don't want to have to try and move around. And again, there was a purpose to why we were trying to jump and resort hop through our stay. But in the end, I'm very happy that we get to stay there. I think it'll be great. So,
and we are staying in one of the non-themed rooms, which lowers our cost a little bit. So Toy Story is kind of your equivalent of like your All-Stars. It's kind
your
of on
value
the
resorts.
Yep, it's kind of on the lower end. The Disneyland Hotel. Now, if you want to go, they have Beauty and the Beast themed rooms. Those rooms are a lot more expensive.
Oh, they're beautiful though.
Oh, they are. But we are just staying 3 nights in just a standard.
Yeah, which
room.
is okay.
Yeah.
But this is where, again, another kind of wrinkle to the planning is, now that we've got our park tickets, now that we've got our resort hotel, there's also something called vacation packages.
Yeah, so I had done my research and looked into vacation packages before we booked our tickets and our hotel. So they have 2 and 3 day packages that will include your hotel, your park ticket, and your attraction, some of your fast passes. And it could also include some of your dining as well.
Right, which again sounds great, because if you can put it all together, why wouldn't you?
And it's great because, so what I did was I took a 3-day package and I pretended to check out. I was like, I want to see exactly how this works. So you picked your room, you picked your park tickets, which days you wanted to go to which park. And then essentially it brought up a calendar and it said, you know, you have 3 attractions that you can book right now. What time do you want them? Okay, you have the option to book a dining experience. Say you want to go, they have a Crystal Palace. I want to go to the Crystal Palace at this time. But the problem is, as soon as you start booking all of your attractions, all of your dining, that's not included in the vacation package. The ability to book it early is a great plus, but you have to pay extra for it. Like, it's not included in the package. Because at one point I was like, why is my price changing so much? And I'm like, oh, because I'm trying to book all of this extra dining that I realized is not included.
So I would say if you are kind of new just to Disney in general, or, you know, you want some convenience, I mean, I can see why the vacation package might help a little bit, but at the same time, it did end up being more expensive.
And I did the math. I did the math to make sure, okay, based on the vacation package, even if I go ahead and book all of the passes that we wanted, maybe if I only did one restaurant, it was almost $1,000 more expensive to book the package than if I just booked everything myself.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to save myself some money.
So again, I mean, this took us multiple nights, multiple times going to the website and kind of figuring it out. But, you know, if you have the patience to do so, it is worth the time to just figure out what you want to do and then kind of do it a la carte, as opposed to with a vacation package.
Yeah. And they have different types of vacation packages because they also have an unlimited vacation package where you can ride those attractions as many times as you want. Those sell out almost immediately, and you can book a vacation package 4 months in advance.
Right.
We were not on top of it at that point, so we were not able to even attempt to book that one. Those were completely sold out by the time we had done our research and gotten to these, which I think would have been nice to be able to ride the rides as many times as we wanted. But I also want to enjoy the food. I want to do other things. I don't just want to go to ride attractions all day.
Yeah.
So,
well, let's talk about the park for a minute because, again, one of the things that we're very excited about for not just Disney, but Japan in general, is the dining options, the food and everything else. And the park is no exception. I know people talk a lot about Tokyo and all the amazing food it offers. There are so many awesome options to eat in Tokyo Disneyland. And, I mean, it's almost overwhelming to be able to figure out what we're going to eat and what we're going to do. Not because it's like, oh, this food's different. It's just there's so much. Yeah. It's going to be crazy. So how did we go about navigating that?
Yeah. So as I mentioned above, if you book a vacation package, you have the ability to book dining. That is actually the only way, not the only way, but that is the main way that you can book dining ahead of time is through a vacation package. If you are not booking a vacation package, you can still book on the Tokyo Disney website, except it is all in Japanese. They do not have an English version.
Which we cannot figure out, guys. We looked.
No, and I even Googled it. No, there is not an English version. So if you were, again, I'm just going to use Crystal Palace as an example because I was like, oh, that might be fun to go to. So I went to try to make a reservation and it's all in Japanese. Like there is no English version of the website. And I did read that if you are staying on property, you can call your hotel and they will help you book it.
Or email them, just contact them in general.
Yeah. But those are your two main ways to book your dining is either through the package or you have to call through your hotel.
And with this dining, we're talking about sit-down restaurants with a reservation. And again, like booking for these is available 1 month before your dining date. And that's done at 10 a.m. Japan time. Yeah. So again, kind of something you have to navigate that's a little tricky.
Yeah. So we will pretty much be mobile ordering all of our food. We will be snacking. Yeah. All of the things.
And I think we'll still check it out and see if there's something that, does pique our fancy that we're able to, just walk up to day of or look. But again, from what we were able to gather, a lot of these reservations go pretty quickly. And so there just is not a lot available. So if you're looking into a trip and you no, I really want to dine at this restaurant, which is a sit down experience. Maybe the vacation package is the way to go.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's not for us. We want the flexibility. So we're excited to try churros.
Okay, time out. Yes, we're excited for the churros. I will say that Cousin Katie has warned me to lower my expectations. Yeah. That these are not the same churros, which, again, we experienced in Paris.
In Paris, though, those churros were really bad.
They were. They were.
I'm hoping these will be better.
We hope. One can hope. But again, it's okay. I'm not hating on anyone's churros. I'll just, again, continue to acknowledge that Disneyland's churros are the best of all the churros. And we'll go to Disneyland soon and cleanse the palate. But we're excited to try them. But not only that, they've got different flavors of popcorn. They've got the famous alien mochi, which looks really good. Sparkling Jubilee treats, which, I don't know. It's going to be awesome. A grind in the best way.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're very excited for food.
But it's not just the food. We're excited for some of the other attractions as well. And the top of my list, it's not Beauty and the Beast. It's not even Tangled. I'm going on Splash Mountain. The OG Splash Mountain is there.
The OG.
And I'm just going to sit there and bathe in the life-giving waters of Splash Mountain. Let it wash over my soul and take me back to my laughing place.
Okay.
What? I said what I said.
You might cry.
I will cry.
You might cry.
I will wash my tears into those waters so that I may become a part of it as it becomes a part of me. I will go down with my mouth open, hoping that little flecks of that water will fall into my mouth.
Okay, moving on.
Okay.
They have a Monsters, Inc. ride and go seek, which is an interactive dark ride. I'm excited to try that.
No, that sounds super cool.
They have Pooh's Honey Hut.
Oh.
Which is essentially you sit in a honey pot, kind of like Runaway Railway. You have 4 people in the front, 4 people in the back. So excited for that one. Of course, they have Haunted Mansion.
Of course, they have Haunted Mansion. Justin, we will investigate and we will report back to our ghost host.
Yeah. But honestly, one of the things I'm really excited for is they have It's a Small World.
Yeah.
But Groot is in it.
What?
Like, Groot is throughout the entire It's a Small World.
I'm here for it. I think that sounds amazing.
I'm excited.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. So all of those are at Disneyland. So moving over to Tokyo Disney Sea. So they have Soaring Fantastic Flight, which is Soarin'.
Okay.
So excited for that one. They have Toy Story Mania.
Yes.
Excited for that. Again, Rapunzel's Lantern Festival and the new Peter Pan ride.
Yeah, I honestly haven't read a lot about these. Like, I know what they are, but I've tried not to, like, dig in too much. I just kind of want to experience it.
Yeah, I can't do that. Things find me on social media.
Well, I think it's going to be awesome, though. With that said, there are a couple key things that are not going to be open that I am more than a little sad about.
I know. So this trip... Really, this was the only time that this worked for us, unfortunately, just due to other summer plans and other things going on in our lives. The end of May was the only time that worked. That being said, there are 4 key rides that will not be open when we are there.
I mean, it couldn't possibly be Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's my favorite ride. But of course, your favorite ride will be open, Big Thunder Mountain.
No, that's close too.
Oh. Yeah. What the beef?
Yeah.
I'm just so sad. So, again, did we ever decide what we're calling Cousin Josh now? Is he still Cousin Josh?
No, we really didn't.
King Josh, Daddy Josh, whatever we're calling you now. If you could just magically open these up in the next 2 weeks for us, that would be amazing.
Honestly, but here's the thing. So, like, Pirates and Big Thunder Mountain, from what we've heard, they're identical copies to what we have here.
Fine.
So... those, like, I am upset, but the one that I am most upset about is Anna and Elsa's Frozen Journey. Will not be open when we are there.
I know.
And I'm very upset.
Hurts.
No, that one
hurts. But, again, that is the nature of it. Just these rides, they need to, just have some maintenance done. We get it. If we ever go back, we will make sure that ride is open before we go again. But then there's also Indiana Jones Adventure Temple of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, that won't be open either.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
It's okay.
We're still there.
We're still going.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about entertainment.
I don't know.
What are you worried about?
Because going to Disneyland Paris and seeing their entertainment, my expectations are very high for Tokyo, and I'm afraid that it's not going to live up to what...
But it's Paris.
I know.
That's to be expected. And also, again, we do get spoiled, like with the shows and the parades and all the things that we have here in Disneyland and Disney World. So, yeah, we kind of like... We ate well. We started at the top, and now we just need to accept that maybe these might be not quite up to the same standard, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But at Disney Sea, you've got Believe, Sea of Dreams. So there's boats that go across the waterway. Like, that looks cool.
Yeah, I am excited for that one.
They have the Sparkling Jubilee, their 25th anniversary going on.
Yeah, so I am excited to see the decorations and the little show that they have there.
Okay, well, what about in Disneyland? You've got Disney Harmony in Color, which is a fun daytime parade. You've got, the Tokyo Disneyland Electrical Parade.
I am really excited for that one. I mean, it's not going to be Paint the Night, but, like, It'll be awesome.
They have Reach for the Stars, which is like this 25-minute long nighttime show.
Yeah, that's a castle projection
Yeah,
show.
we love nighttime shows.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
It will be cool. Yeah.
And I don't know, we might get lucky and they may even have like that one daytime parade where they just like annihilate the crowd with water cannons.
Okay, so we have heard that they've done that, but I don't think it's going to be that warm.
Well, it might be. We can hope. So again, like they do some fun things.
They do. They do.
Let's go in with open hearts and open minds.
Yes.
It'll be great.
Yeah. So I think the other thing that we need to talk about, and I had mentioned earlier, is their version of Fast Passes.
Yeah.
Because they do have them.
They do.
First off, you have to have the Tokyo Disneyland app downloaded on your phone.
But anymore, we all know that. We're all Disney veterans. We know that you have to go through the app for all of your ride reservations, of course, for mobile ordering, because no one stands in line for food.
Yeah, no one stands in line for food.
Friends, download the app. Okay? Just download the app.
Yep.
Download the app.
Yep. And then you want to make sure that your party is linked together. Now, because we bought our tickets through the Disneyland app, we haven't linked our tickets to the app yet. But we have heard that because we bought them through the Disney site, our party should automatically be linked together. But if you're buying...
We can hope.
Yeah. If you're buying from a third party, they might not be.
If not, as the kids would say, we're cooked, fam.
I'll get it figured out.
We'll get it figured out. We're just going to figure it out. So again, in a few weeks, when we revisit our trip and tell you about it, assuming we make it back alive, then we'll tell you how it went.
You might just live on Splash Mountain forever.
Honestly, I might. I'm going to be keeping my eyes open to see if there's anywhere I could just duck out of the log and just kind of set up camp for myself. I think I could survive there for quite some time very well.
I'm sure you could. Okay, anyway, back to this. So they have two versions of their Fast Passes. The first they call their Disney Premier Access, which is DAP.
Wait, hold on. Wouldn't it be DPA?
It would be. Maybe that was a typo on my end.
Or it could just be a translation from Japanese to English.
To be determined.
Okay.
So this is where you will select a ride for a fee.
Oh.
So you have to pay for it.
Okay.
So you can book one every 60 minutes or after your admission time. So unlike the US, when you book a lightning lane, you have to scan into the ride.
Correct.
Before you can book another one.
Yep.
This one, if your time was for 9:10, at 9:10, you can book another one. You don't actually have to scan into the ride.
Oh, so similarly to here, just because your time is at 9:10 doesn't mean you have to go right at 9:10.
Correct. You have like an hour.
You have a window.
Yep.
Okay. So
yes.
we will be setting timers.
We will be setting timers. Yes.
Love that.
Yep. And then, so you can purchase your first one as soon as you walk into the park.
Okay.
So as soon as you scan in, very similar to here. And then you can purchase one ride and one show at a time. Because similar to Paris, there are reserved areas that you can watch entertainment. Which
is different for us guys. Like here in the US, like we're not used to that.
Yeah.
But that is something that happened, like you said, in Paris. And again, like it's just different, but I appreciated it knowing that you had a dedicated spot to sit. Mm-hmm. Like, it was kind of nice.
Yep. Then your second option is your 40th anniversary priority pass.
Hold on. I thought we were at the 25th anniversary.
No. So it was the 40th for Tokyo. And then they kept this.
Oh.
Yeah, the 25th anniversary is Disney Sea.
Now it's making sense.
Yeah. So this is where it's free to use. However, your time slot is selected for you. Whereas the first one, you get to select a time. Maybe you don't want it until the afternoon.
Right.
You get to select that. This one's free. They're like, hey, you're getting it at 2 p.m. and you don't have a choice. You cannot edit the time slot.
So you get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
Correct.
That's wild, gang. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, again, like, we're adventurers, but just leaving it up to chance like that makes me a little nervous.
Well, and then your free one, again, so you can book after your return time. So again, if your time was at 9:10, you can book another one at 9:10, or you have to wait 2 hours.
2 hours as opposed to 1?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's how they get you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. So last thing I think we need to talk about.
Okay.
is they call it Happy Entry, which
Oh.
essentially is the early entry for Disney World.
Right, right.
This is where you will get into the parks if you are staying on Disney property, and
Yeah.
it has to be one of the Disneyland hotels.
Right.
You get into the park 15 minutes early.
Wait, that's it?
Yes.
Not like an hour.
Nope, 15.
Not 30 minutes.
15 minutes early. However, this is so crucial because that 15 minutes, like the Enchanted Tale of Beauty and the Beast,
Yeah.
I have heard that ride, those passes will sell out within 5 minutes of the park opening.
Okay.
So, staying on property and getting into the park 15 minutes early allows you to book your pass before the regular public even gets into the park.
You know, I was feeling a little nervous and overwhelmed before, and going through this now in this episode, I'm like, maybe I wasn't nervous enough. Don't worry. We got this. But that's like a key thing, because can you imagine going all the way over there, getting super pumped to see Beauty and the Beast, and then be like, oh, I'm a little jet lagged. We'll just get into the park like, an hour later. No, wrong.
Wrong.
You're done.
Yep. Which is why we gave ourselves a day in between from the point we land to the point that we start Disney. We gave ourselves a day.
Yeah. Because we want to be as acclimated as we can be so we can make the most of this. I mean,
Yes.
This is not the only reason we're going to Japan, but again, this is a big deal, and we want to make sure that we can do as much as we can. And if you didn't know that, that could be a game changer and not a good way.
Yep. But even with Happy Entry, I have heard that people will line up an hour before you can get into the park.
Oh, okay.
If you don't have Happy Entry, if you're staying off property,
Right.
I have heard that you almost need to get in line 2 hours before the park even opens. Because
Sweet,
people in Japan, that's what they do.
That's just what they do.
Park opens at 9, they are there at 7.
All right, gang. So that's what we got to do.
But here's the snag.
Oh, what?
Happy Entry, depending on what hotel you are staying at, will depend on if you can get into that park early. So, for example, we're staying at the Disneyland Hotel.
Yeah,
We have Happy Entry into Tokyo Disneyland.
sure.
We do not have Happy Entry into Tokyo Disney Sea.
What?
So we will have to get up early, and essentially because we can't go into that special entrance, we have to use the main entrance. So we're going to have to get in line an hour and a half before the park opens.
Coconuts. Okay, so I knew this was the case. It just gasp. What? No, hey guys, it is what it is.
Yep. And that's another reason why we had looked at staying at Fantasy Springs that day, because we're
Right.
like, we have the Happy Entry then from Fantasy Springs Hotel into Tokyo Disney Sea. However, I was not willing to pay $2,000 a night
Yeah.
for a room at the new Fantasy Springs Resort.
Yeah.
So 2 hours in line it is.
Unhappy entry for us.
Right.
But that's all right. It's okay. Why? Because let's talk about shopping and the merch.
Yeah.
What are some things, before we get into what they do have, what are some things that they don't really have? Because there are some things that are different. Like, for example, lounge flies.
Yeah, they don't have lounge flies. Like, that's
Which
not...
is wild.
That's not a thing. Like, I debated. I'm like, do I even take one? Like, that's not a thing.
I think you do. But yeah, it is something that, like, they just don't have the little backpacks like we do here. When we went to Disneyland Paris, we noticed that a lot of the people in the parks were wearing kind of generic ears. Mm-hmm. Most of the women had the standard black with red bow and polka dot mini ears. There wasn't a lot of variety.
If they were wearing ears at all.
Right. So, what kind of variety are we going to see? I don't know. So there's going to be some things that are a little different. Mm-hmm. But that being said, stuff is much cheaper.
Yeah.
And with the anniversary, there's a lot available. And what is it that they're known for in Japan?
The popcorn buckets.
The popcorn buckets.
So your girl will probably come home with a popcorn bucket.
And not just any popcorn bucket. The Peter Pan popcorn popcorn bucket.
I know. As much as the Beauty and the Beast one, if you haven't seen it, Google it. Gorgeous. But
It's
you
beautiful.
know me, I'm a Peter Pan person.
I know, but this is one of those things that Japan is known for. And I do think it's really, really cool that the international parks, all of them kind of have a thing.
Yeah.
You know, like Hong Kong, it's the pins. Mm-hmm. In Japan and Tokyo, it is the popcorn buckets.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of varieties of popcorn. Mm-hmm. So we're going to check it out. And it's going to be great. But also, I mean, again, let's see what kind of ears they have. Because they do have them. Mm-hmm. So hopefully there's some fun things there. But again, like the Sparkling Jubilee, this just started.
Yeah, it started like 2 months ago. So it's still relatively new.
Yeah. And apparently you need a virtual queue.
So I don't even think it was 2 months ago. I think it was only about a month ago that the Jubilee started. But I had read that some of the stores have a virtual queue because of all of the new merch that is going on. So once we get into the park, that is something that we will have to look at, is getting a pass just to go shopping.
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those, if you guys are listening and you're like, no, I love Disney. Maybe I don't go a ton, but I love Disney. I'd love to go to Tokyo someday. This is where, especially in this digital age, you kind of just need to get a feel for what Disney is. Mm-hmm. Know how to use the app. Know how to book lightning lanes. Know how to get into virtual queues. All those things. Because going overseas, like you want to make the most of your time. And the last thing that we would want is for anybody to be blindsided mm-hmm. by, things are just different here. So we have spent a lot of time, not just because of this episode, but because we really need to understand for ourselves going for the first time. What are we getting ourselves into? What do we need to be prepared for?
Yeah.
All of that. So hopefully this is helpful for you. Hopefully you guys have, been able to pick up on a few things. But is there something that we missed? If there is, please let us know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let us know what we missed. If you have any tips or tricks, if you've been there before or you know somebody that's been there, or maybe you have a reel saved that you're like, one day when I get to Tokyo, I want to do this. Like, let us know.
Yeah, and we've been trying, and we do this often. Like, I know Katie and Marcus do the same thing before they go somewhere. Mm-hmm. You start following those reels on Instagram or looking for that content. Because, mm-hmm. again, there are so many things you can learn just by watching TikTok, watching Instagram, YouTube, mm-hmm. other things like that. So that's been really helpful. And as we're preparing to go, we would also love to know from you, what kind of content would you like us to make while we're there?
Yeah.
What would you like to see?
Yeah.
Let us know because, again, we're there for you guys. Mm-hmm. We want to help showcase what this park has to offer. And if there's something specific that you're looking for, let us know. And we'll do our best to find it and film it and try it and whatever else. But, I mean, again, I do have a lot of things I'm a little nervous about, but at the same time, that's part of the adventure.
Yeah.
But most importantly, we wanted to do this with our son. It's his first trip out of the country besides, the Bahamas on a Disney cruise.
Yeah,
but,
right.
this is the one of the most amazing things about this world is the diversity and cultures and seeing a different place and getting to know different people. And it's really fun to be able to go experience that in the Disney bubble, but also to be able to go explore Tokyo and see this other part of the world that neither of us have ever been to Asia before. So it's going to be a great adventure. But
it'll be new.
We're here for it. And you know that after it's all said and done, we will report back.
Yes.
And it's going to be epic.
It will be. That's it for this week's episode. Don't forget to rate our show on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to support our show on Patreon. Check out our t-shirt shop, Shop Threads of Imagination. And until next wonderful Wednesday, TTFN.